Alright, welcome back everyone, Zaf for your brand new notice on the championship coming out, which you can participate in, and I'll show you how. Very important if you want to compete. This is the video for you, of course, and also as we get into the format of the tournament, which I'll cover, based on my thoughts on how the tournament will be executed when it comes to the players. So, do you think your advancements, your skill levels, your hunter skill levels, your jinwoo weapons, unlocked, ununlocked, etc. will matter or not? Let me know, very curious. I'll give you my thoughts in the video, whether or not I think it'll be like a fair play mode where everyone will have the same summons, or does it matter based on your account? If you're a whale, you have a super advantage, or if you're free to play, you just have a disadvantage, where it'll be too hard for you to even compete. I'll cover that, but in the comments let me know what your thoughts are. Super curious what everyone thinks the format should be. And there's also a page here, it's coming up including a brand new video which we'll watch together. Pretty cool. The Korean player base is calling the global player base out. It's actually a very interesting video. We'll watch together. Honestly, very awesome. But first off, let's cover the notice here, because it does tell you how to enter if you want, of course. Right now you can see in the game, if we jump in, there is a little icon right here saying train to become a formidable combatant. If you click this, it says scheduled to be updated on January the 16th, so that should be the next update. So on the coming update, we should be able to do this, but how do you enter? That's the main question. But the main question for me is, why haven't you supported yet? The link is down below. Make sure you press that button. It's free. That way you can get a bunch of codes sent to you. We have 2 codes right now with more coming, so make sure you press that button. That way you can also enter the giveaways we have on our Discord server. And lastly, big congrats to Dark24 for being the first comment to our last video. Here's your shout out, and enjoy that juicy Discord roll. So as you know, the Korea Season 1 Championship was done very well. I enjoyed it. It was honestly pretty fun to watch, but when it comes to the new championship, it will be done offline for the prelim stage. Before, it was done actually at an event at a convention center of sorts where you had to go and participate based on my knowledge. But this time around, you can do it in the game. You can see here, the final stages after the prelim stage will be conducted offline here in Korea. Don't hesitate to participate in the championship, of course. But to participate, of course, that is the main point of concern for everyone. That being for the 2025 prelim stages, you are required to fulfill a special condition, which isn't too bad. That is, acquire 1,000 or more points in the Battlefield Time Season 7. Let me show you what that means, that way you understand. So as you know, for the most part, the Battlefield Time is more or less a semi-pay-to-win mode, or it is a veteran game mode. Free-to-play players can excel in this mode. As you can see in my server, someone is free-to-play. They're actually placed number 2 if their name is true, of course, but you never know. People always lie about being free-to-play. But anyways, basically, your participation will be based on these points right here. This is what you need. If you don't have 1,000 of these points in Season 7, you cannot participate. So I'm wondering, does it mean this season right now, or is it the following season? Because sometimes they mess up the timetables. They say it's a season when it isn't, because we did have a Season 0. A lot of people don't know that. We had Season 0, but I'm assuming in 8 days and 15 hours, once we do Season 7, that's when we'll know if you can qualify based on how many points you have. So make sure for Season 7 to pay attention to the guides we put on our channel. That way you get 1,000 points, so you can participate, because I'm assuming if you don't have 1,000 points, well, unfortunately you're locked out of it, but that should be doable. So just to inform you on how the point structure works, let's go to Igris, for example. Let's go to the rankings here. As you can see, for rewards on overall rank, this being rank number 1, for the baseline reward, we get 100 points, or, for anyone that's top 5%, you get 40, just so you know. But when it comes to the group rank, that's the main area where you're going to get those points coming in. So if you are top 10, you at least get 500, top 20, 500, top 30, 450, and even top 100, you get 350. So as long as you place, I guess, top 50 in pretty much 3 of the modes, you're good to go. So I wonder how many of these modes it'll consider. Will it only let us do like 1, 2, 3, or is it going to last all the way to the 5 modes here? If so, pretty much everyone should be able to enter. I mean, on my field play account, I can easily get top 50, no problem, without even trying, just going on auto mode. So it shouldn't be too hard, unless you're for some reason in a super tryout server. So I guess more or less it's kind of like a stop to make sure people don't like bot into it, or they don't hack, they don't have a reason to cheat. Even though if you do cheat and you get in, it's not going to be a good time for you. These players are good, and you're just going to end up failing. So don't cheat, don't hack, And something I do recommend, it's gonna sound kind of crazy, but if you plan on doing this mode, I don't know how strict they're going to be with ban detection. So if you want to play it safe, maybe record your runs. That way, if for some reason there is a false ban wave out of this, you never know. There is a chance. I'm warning you. Record your gameplay. That way you can't submit it, but we should be good. I don't think it matters if you... maybe it does matter. I'm just trying to think of what the best method here is, but I don't think the devs are going to ban us like crazy for this mode. At least I hope they don't. That'd be pretty ridiculous. Or if they do think you're hacking or cheating, just disqualify you. Don't let you enter ever again. That way it's pretty much fair, instead of getting banned from the entire game, which would be a bit ridiculous. But anyways, those are my 2 cents, my piece of advice. If you're competing, if you want to make sure you have a good time and you think you're going to get banned, if you're playing on Android, for example, record your runs. That way you will be safe. But with that said, I do want to jump in and now watch this video, the teaser video, because, oh, by the way, if you haven't watched our latest video when it comes to new leaks, we have Goto and the workshop, information on that, make sure you check it out. Very interesting info, but let's watch this teaser because the Korean player base is calling us out. I'm going to mute the video because there is copyright in it and I don't want to get this video stricken down, but as you can see, the text moves fast, but they're basically talking about the previous championship, which was very fun to watch. There were Avengers versus champions, and we had Mr. GG right here, our boy. We love him, alright? Mr. GG is our boy on this channel. I wonder if he's gonna get into the new championship, the global championship. I hope so. They should just let him in by default, including the winners here, of course. The Korean players are honestly some of my favorites. They are so fun to watch, so competitive, so skilled. And the audiences, as you can see, they were very into it overall. An awesome, awesome tournament. But as you can see here, this was a very, very nice tournament. So we did have a winner. Mr. GG didn't win, unfortunately. I was pretty upset. I wanted our boy, Mr. GG, to get the win. But we had Ryung. Hopefully I got that right. They won. Congrats to them. So this time around, we're going to have, I guess, a new round. They're going to be included, obviously, the top players. And this, I love this about the new game mode. Well, not the new game, but the tournament, where you can ban certain weapons. That makes it so much more interesting. Having weapons basically be revoked like Plum, making things a bit harder, Grimoire, weapons like those that you technically do need in a sense to have a phenomenal time. And wow, I love the reactions, love watching it, and boom, there goes the win. But Mr. GG, this time around I'm rooting for you again. And I guess some people are wondering if I'm going to compete. I'll do the mode, but I'm not too interested in going there. I'd rather talk about the actual event live. That'll be fun. And they got a GPU, lucky. A SLA branded GPU, that's so nice. And I think Mr. GG won a keyboard. But watch this. Watch what comes up here. Very interesting once this finishes here. Yeah, Mr. G, he's actually really, really modest. I actually like seeing what he says. Very interesting. Oh, that's so cute. But anyways, it's global now. It's coming, and the Korean player base is, as you'll see in a second, they're calling us out. Prove it. Oh, and they did the post too. These guys. Ooh, we gotta show up. We gotta do them dirty. We gotta win somehow. I don't know if we can do it, but I have faith. And here's the leak of what I watch on YouTube. Yeah, we got Hell's Kitchen. We got Coffeezilla, Shark Tank. Anyways, I do want to also mention how the event is laid out. So I'm assuming, based on what I heard previously, when we do compete in the mode, it might just be a one-time run. So it'll be like Battlefield time, but you get no do-overs. You go in, you get a time, and that's it. So I would say people who watch other players or know what the game mode is do have a competitive advantage. I don't know if it'll be random. That would be more interesting in my eyes. So let's say, for example, you jump into here, you go into the game mode, and it'll just pop up a random mode. So let's say from season, what are we at? Season 6 right now for the Battlefield time. It'll give us any of these bosses randomly for Sun Jinwoo. That would be more fair. Otherwise, a content creator like me will come in, do a video on the mode, and then everyone afterwards will just know what to do, the best builds, etc. So I don't know if that's the best way to do it. We'll have to see what the devs do plan. If that's the case, I do think it should be maybe like a 5 to 10 trial limit. I'm not sure. There's so many ways to do it. If you want to make it really competitive, or do you want to make it really RNG based? Do you want to have a build that's very consistent? Do you want to build with the max damage result? But with all that said, I do think for sure everything will be fair. That is, when you jump in here, it doesn't matter if you're a whale, if you're a pay-to-win player, if you're free to play. And I just realized I did the mode on practice mode, so I have to actually go in and do it. a good reminder for myself. Only 1 day and 15 hours left. When I did my video, it was on the practice mode. Go figure, I don't have to do it again. But anyways, as I was saying, this way, if everyone starts out with the same summons, with the same advancements, everyone has the same build, that'll be the most fair thing to do. That way, it's actually about skill and not just based off, one dumb whale on your server. Like, let's see, in our server, this guy here, this guy just whales out, and it's so easy for him. So hopefully, with the upcoming mode, the championship mode, your advances don't matter. It's just based on skills. Everyone has the same advancements, same hunter, same summons, etc. But I would say the whales still have an advantage because they're used to kind of playing with those higher end summons, but still, you should have time to prepare maybe based on the devs do it. But overall, I'm super excited. I know for a fact the devs will do a slam dunk on this. They know what they're doing. The first 2 championships, the G-Star one and the original one, were just so well done. Revengers versus Champions, yeah, that was a good idea. So, in the comments, let me know what you want the format to be. Do you want it to be like a game mode where everyone has the same summons, or do you just want to use your own accounts based on what summons you have? I don't think that's a good idea, but you never know. If that's your opinion, let me know. I'm very curious. But make sure you subscribe, drop a like, and comment down below your thoughts. And do support us as well for free. That way, I can send you a bunch of codes. On that note, this is your Code King Zaf, signing out.